Hi everyone, welcome to episode 10 of the My Midland podcast. I'm your host, Erin Bailey, the Public Information Officer for the City of Midland, and today I am joined by Jennifer Frescaz, our Chief Information Officer with the city. Jennifer, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
I know you are ecstatic to be here. The main reason we're talking today is to talk about Cybersecurity Month, but first we want to learn a little bit more about you. So talk to me about how long you've been with the City of Midland.
I have been with the City of Midland since 2005, September of 2005.
And have you always been in CISD?
Mm-hmm. Been in CISD, I've grown up in CISD. Was a baby, I feel like, whenever I got here, and have just kind of come up through the ranks. Supporting cellular technology and phone technology, and then into projects, then into end user support, management, and then IT management.
And how did you get started in that? Like, is this always what you wanted to do, or did you kind of...
No. We moved to town, and we'd moved a lot. My husband was in restaurants, he still is, and we'd moved here with the restaurant, and I just went and signed up with the temp agency, and they sent me to CISD.
Wow.
To work at the front desk.
So who would have thought after all these years you're still here?
Yep.
What's your favorite part about it?
I love the people. We have a really good team. For a long time, I've got a bachelor's in communications and mass communications. Never thought I'd be in IT, but I've found my people over the years, believe it or not. And so that's the best part about it, is the building a team and having that team excel and grow. And so that's my favorite part.
And what has it been like being in the department since 2005, really seeing everything change with the new technology?
Massive changes. We've gone from really archaic stuff, super archaic stuff. The old gateway, we used to call them the cow boxes. You know, you'd see those everywhere from having those to...
It's like, I don't even know what that is.
Oh, yeah, the old gateway boxes.
What is that?
They don't even have gateway anymore. It's like Dell, but...
Oh, okay.
They don't even make them anymore, yeah. When I first started, we were in the old CRT monitors, and having a flat screen monitor was a big deal. We were just very behind in technology, and so when Courtney Sharp came along, he took interest in improving technology, and so he made sure that we made a good investment, and we've just been able to really kind of climb that ledge to running away from being reactive to now we're a very proactive team. And so whenever you can become proactive, you get to do fun, cool stuff.
Yeah.
Because you're not chasing broken technology all the time. So I'm forever grateful to Mr. Sharp, obviously, for his dedication and his investment in technology, because it's just made us so much better. And all the things that I've honestly dreamed of coming up in this organization, we're living it. And so it's really cool.
Which is so exciting.
So cool. Yep.
And CISD stands for Communication and Information Systems Department.
Yes.
I hate to say it, but I didn't even know that until I was getting ready for this interview, and I was like, I better look that up because I have no idea what that stands for. Yeah. But you guys obviously handle all IT things within the city, but talk to me about what you do for the City of Midland as a whole.
So we're internal services, so we support the city employees with their technology, the city infrastructure with its technology, from internet communications to telephone communications to radio communications. All of it is what we support. And user computing, cell phones, you name it. Networking, servers. We even have developers and programmers and analysts. So it's everything with a really great group of folks to do that.
And we've been working on a big project with fiber. Mm-hmm. So talk to me about that.
This is like a dream come true. You can ask people for years, at least 10 years. It's been a dream come true.
Wow.
This is what I've wanted to do for 10 years. So the city, we have about 25 sites all throughout town. And we've used microwave technology to connect those sites. And it's not super dependable. It works, but everybody else uses it too because something about Midland is the ground's very hard. And so people that in the past haven't made a big investment into, burying fiber throughout
to dig
town.
Dig that ground up.
So we use a lot of microwave technology. Well, so does everybody else. A lot of companies around town, that's what they use. And so it's not as reliable as like a fiber or even a leased line from Grande or something. So so it's been a dream because whenever a site like the landfill loses connectivity, well, they lose tens of thousands of dollars because they can't operate. Yeah. So it's been a really big deal to make sure that, we have good, solid, steady communications. So, it's again, one of those milestones reaching, one of these big things that, there's other cities who've always had it, and I'm like, what is that going to be like? So we've got it all in the ground. It's all laid out. Now we're just doing kind of the back end stuff, the routing with our routers and switches, and making sure that we have good redundancy. So if we lose a site, then it's going to fail over to another site.
Oh, nice.
So a lot of that planning going in and really kind of future-proofing it, making sure that do we have what the city's going to need for the next 10 years or even 15 years, because it's a big investment that we obviously don't do all the time. So we just want to make sure, is it the best that we can get? Is it the best that we can have? And so it's taken a lot of time, and we're going to get there, hopefully by Christmas. We were hoping Christmas in July, but we've had a lot of problems with like shipping delays on routers
COVID.
And stuff. Yep. So now I'm like, my Christmas in July fiber is really going to be Christmas fiber. So when it's all said and done. But we'll take it. We'll take it. It's a dream come true.
And you said you've been dreaming about this for at least 10 years. Seeing it come to fruition. Yes. What has that been like?
So cool. So cool. It just, you've got no idea. I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. It's going to take us places that we couldn't ever really even think about because we're going, oh, we'll never have enough bandwidth. We'll never have enough throughput to do that. We won't have the reliability to do that. And so now it takes us to smarter places, more advanced places where we can think about smarter technology, better things in the future, like fire stations. For those guys, they right now, Chief Chuck has to pull out a station, put it out of service, send them out to training because they don't have enough bandwidth to do video training in the department. Well, now they can do that. Same thing with PD. They don't have a whole lot of bandwidth out in the range where they're at, and so it's just going to provide a whole lot for folks that. People who are just hired are going to go, oh, we've always had this. No, we haven't.
It's been a long road.
It's been a long road. But I'm grateful and happy.
And how do you think that's going to set the city up for future generations?
They're going to have choices. So where in the past, even doing things like voice over IP, that's been hard to pull off over microwave technology just because of the reliability of it. And so they'll have choices. They'll have opportunity. It's almost like getting an education or paving a road to somewhere. It's infrastructure that really is the sky's the limit.
And with that makes infrastructure better for the city. With cybersecurity, we've also come a long way.
Yes.
So talk to me about what your department does to protect the City of Midland's network.
Oh, we do a whole lot.
You're like, where do I begin?
Where do I begin? And it's changed really since about 2014 when ransomware kind of became a thing. We've had to change and adapt a lot along with everybody else in the world, but we've had to take a look at security in a whole different manner. In the past, I feel like we were, just doing enough to pass an audit or to what have you. And now you really have to think outside the box. You really have to think about in everything you do, back we didn't have to think about applications. We just had to think about, are our PCs protected or our servers protected? Now we're going, okay, well, how are we interacting with certain vendors, and how are our employees interacting with folks? Because that makes a difference. It didn't used to make a difference. Now it does. So the city's made a big investment into security, lots of different security measures. We've got a full-time security manager, and then we've got a full-time security analyst position that's just coming open with this new budget. And so that's really, it's good. You know, I don't feel like we're as behind the curve as we have been in prior years. Not to say that something couldn't happen, but we're much better prepared, I feel like. Security is changing all the time, but I feel like we're at least not as reactive as we were, so we can kind of roll with the punches a lot easier and be proactive.
And we'll use this as a time to plug that new position.
Yes.
Security analyst, you said?
Yes.
So what does that entail, and what type of person are you looking for?
So the position, a big part about having a lot of security technology is you've got to analyze all the stuff coming in. So, you know, we've got firewall reports, we've got other type of device reports that sit out there. And so it's a lot of things to have to go through. So really somebody analytical, somebody who is interested in cybersecurity, obviously. At the outset, in the beginning, it will be more just kind of going through reports, going through the day-to-day things that come in to make sure that if we're seeing a weird pattern, you know, that we can identify it. A lot of it's just managing the technology that we have, and so that's kind of what we're looking for.
Okay.
Obviously, somebody with experience, and there's certifications that they'll have to get.
But they can get those once they start working?
Yes,
okay.
Yes, definitely. So.
And you may not know the numbers for this, but do you know how many cell phones, laptops, or computers that the city handles that you guys have to watch?
Oh, yeah. There's about 2,000 devices between cell phones, computers, laptops, printers with IP addresses, scanners, all that type of stuff. So there's around 2,000 or so
just
devices.
A few things to monitor.
Just a few things. Yeah, that's not including the base infrastructure, the servers and all the applications and all the other things. The air conditioners that, you know.
Oh my gosh, yeah, and if you walk into that room, it's an iceberg.
Yeah. All kinds of stuff like that are now IP based that, you know, 10 years ago they weren't. So.
Yeah. And I know, being an employee, I know that you guys have different things going on this month with cybersecurity to help us as employees get better on what to look out for. So talking about what different things internally we're doing to make sure our staff is prepared.
So we have been part of the big national campaign since 2017, and we've tried to grow it every year. So we've done lunch and learns, we've done community events, we've done all kinds of stuff. This year we're focusing more on getting the training done. There's now, it's been a couple of years, there's a state requirement that says if you access a government or if you access a city municipal computer network, that you have to have some type of cybersecurity training, and the training has to be mandated. So we're trying to kind of get ahead of that, and combining it with the spirit of the month. So we've got a great assistant director for CISD. His name's Hugo Rodriguez, and he has put together the campaign this year, and he's got different quizzes and different little categories you can learn about, and really he found, I think, the most fun training
as
courses.
Fun as it can be.
As fun as it can be. The most entertaining ones, we use a company called Know Before, and they put some fun videos out there, and I think he's found the best ones, and he's made a game of it. You know, you can get little badges for every week that you participate, and he's done drawings, he's gotten swag, he's gotten all kinds of stuff to really get people involved. And so I think it's probably going to be our best month ever. At the end of the month, we'll get together with the rest of the rest of the taxing entities, like the school district, the county, the folks from Odessa, who are like us, and we'll have a tech day. And we've done that in years past, where we just kind of have a day where we talk about security and we talk about stuff like that. We have speakers come in and have lunch. So that will culminate the end of the month. But I'm excited. He's done a really good job.
Yeah, shout out to Hugo, who is sitting off the side and did not want to come on camera, but we'll get him next time.
We'll get him next time, that's right.
And that is the last for the main questions before we head into the fun facts. But is there anything else you want the citizens to know about what CISD does?
Oh, what else do we do? You know, we wear a lot of hats. And so, but I think we've just got the best group in the world, so I don't know what else to say other than I've got really good people and I'm grateful, and I think we do a really good job.
Well, perfect. With that, we'll go to learn a little bit more about you again.
Okay.
And I tell this to everyone. We ask these to every podcast guest.
Okay.
So you just tell me the first thing that comes to your mind.
Oh dear.
They're nothing hard. Your favorite movie?
Oh, what is my favorite movie? I have so many favorite movies, but we're getting to the time of year where, like, Hocus Pocus, that's a favorite movie. White Christmas is also a favorite movie. I love that movie. Okay.
We'll go with those. Your favorite place to eat in Midland? You may be biased.
I'm very biased. My favorite place to eat is Liberato.
And tell us why.
Because I love it. Someone very special to me owns that place and runs it, and I happen to be married to him. But it's my favorite thing. Yes.
What's your favorite thing to eat there?
Oh, I love the seafood tower.
Do you have any say in what he does for the menu?
Oh, no.
No.
But I got to be a taste tester.
Ooh.
Before he opened. Yes. So.
Oh, well, if he ever needs another one,
I know.
will gladly partake.
Yes.
What's your favorite color?
Like a light blue. Love light blues.
Okay. Mm-hmm. If you could have one superpower, what would you choose?
Oh, what would my superpower be? Like super strength. I would just love to be super strong.
Okay. Are you a dog or a cat person?
I'm more of a dog person. We have 4 dogs.
So. Oh, yeah. So you're a dog person.
Yeah, I'm a dog person.
What would be your go-to karaoke song?
Oh, that's a rough one. What would be my go-to karaoke song? I don't know. Hotel California, because who doesn't love that song?
Oh, okay, that's a good one. We haven't got that one yet.
Eagles. Good. Anything Eagles, right?
No. You get the crowd going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your favorite TV show?
Do I have Madam Secretary?
Okay.
Yeah, love
that show. That one yet.
Well, it's over now, but I love that show.
Do you have a favorite sports team?
I love the Denver Broncos. I was a big Peyton Manning fan, and we love Notre Dame football. I married into that with my husband. So yeah.
So Notre Dame football by default.
By default.
What's your favorite type of music?
I like all kinds of music, really. It just really kind of depends on my mood. I think I kind of love classic rock. There's songs of my dad's that I love, of Van Morrison. Sometimes, Tom Morello, Rage Against the Machine. It just depends on the day, to be honest.
Well, I like that. And last one, if you could have one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh my gosh, what would it be? I mean, you just can't go wrong with like a good New York strip and some asparagus.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I think that's probably our most popular answer. Steak and potatoes, or steak and some sort of side.
Yep. Can you tell we're from Midland?
Yeah.
Good old Texas.
And with that, we'll turn over to the citizen questions.
Okay.
So the first one we have is, does the city offer any classes or programs for citizens to educate themselves on cybersecurity?
So we've done this in the past. We didn't have a whole lot of citizen turnout, but we've got like infograph and information that we will put out throughout the month. So that it's not, tried and true old school training, but we've got information to put out there.
And that will be on our website. So if you're watching this video, we'll put a link on the screen. And if you're listening, head to our Facebook page and click the link that's in the caption. And And then the next question is, what are key things I should teach family members to look for with security like that?
Obviously, don't give out personal information. I'm a big fan of multi-factor, Face ID, extra long passwords. Any way that you can identify yourself with more than one factor, something you know and something you have. So temporary passcodes, things like that, like a password, but something else you have, like a Face ID, or if somebody could, if it's like, do you want to do a temporary passcode or send you a passcode, then that's something that you have, something that you can receive over text message or email. Those things are big to me. I am big on clamping down on permissions with my kids' stuff, so their phones. We've got content permissions all over the place. I've got a Griffin router at home, so I can clamp down on whenever they are using, their devices, and content permissions there. So just watching out for kids, because that's obviously important, and just not giving out private information. It's okay to be rude to people whenever they push. You could say no. It's always okay to say no.
Or just hang up.
Especially hang up.
And talking about passwords, is there a certain number of digits that's better, or a certain number of special characters or anything like that you recommend?
Minimum of 8, but probably more like at least 12.
Oh, wow.
Is best,
Because that makes it harder for people to guess.
Yeah. The long and strong is kind of so meaning, long and multiple characters, different, like I said, special characters, numbers, that helps. It just lessens your chances of being taken advantage of.
And what do you tell people that, obviously there's so many things that need passwords nowadays. If you can't remember them, do you think, is it safe to just store them on your phone, or should you have a special list that people can encrypt or something like that, or what do you recommend?
So any type of, so we use KeyPass, LastPass, iCloud has a good one that requires, a Face ID or something like that. So anything that is encrypted that can store your passwords, I'm all for, because, we have to know a password for everything in the world nowadays.
It's so hard to remember them all.
I think I have 75. I'm not even kidding on my iCloud. So, yeah.
All right. That's all I have for the citizen questions.
Okay, great.
So I know I asked you again, but is there anything that popped in your mind that you want to let them know before we go?
Not that I could think of. Just stay safe. It's okay to say no. It's okay to not give out information. And we've got a lot of really good posters and good infographics we're happy to share with folks.
Okay, and we'll ask our peanut gallery, Hugo, do we miss anything about cybersecurity?
No.
He says no. Jennifer, you did a fabulous job.
Thank you so much
for joining us.
Yes, thank you.
Everyone, that concludes episode 10 of My Midland. We'll chat with you next time.